Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome you all here today to the Racket Club on this very special occasion. You are all here to witness the joining in matrimony of Anthony Gerard Hoare to Shelly Marie Dolby. Before I start the marriage ceremony, I must ask that if anyone present knows of any lawful reason why these two people should not be married to each other today, you must declare it now. Jolly good, don't look so worried. Before we proceed any further, I'd like to introduce ourselves. My name is Pat Evans and I shall be guiding Tony and Shelley through their ceremony today. Our registrar is Mandy Hayes. To begin the marriage ceremony, I must tell you that the place in which we are now met has been duly sanctioned by law for the celebration of marriage. Before you are joined in matrimony, I have to remind you of the solemn and binding character of the vows you are about to make. Marriage, according to the law of this country, is the union of two people voluntarily entered into for life to the exclusion of all others. In today's modern world, there may be some who see marriage as an outdated convention. Indeed, in the 1950s, a guide was published advising young women on how to be a good wife. Cook him a meal, make sure the house is tidy, and tie a ribbon in your hair before he returns home. Above all, know your place. However, Tony, before you get too enthusiastic about this idea of marriage, I'm sure that every lady here will agree with me, and I think we can already see that Shelley does. These are outdated conventions. Today, partners in a marriage are viewed as equals who have chosen to spend their lives together, sharing a mutual sense of understanding and devotion. During the course of the ceremony, you will make a public declaration of your wish to make this commitment. You will exchange rings as a sign to the outside world, not that you belong to each other, but with each other. Shelley and Tony, your marriage is a statement of your intention to provide each other with love and affection in times of joy, comfort and support in times of sorrow, and with loyalty and respect at all times. It is a deep and lasting commitment between two people that should not be entered into lightly. I'm now going to ask you both to declare in front of all your friends and family here with you today that you are legally free to proceed with the marriage ceremony. And Tony, I'm going to ask you to say the words first. I do solemnly declare.
I do solemnly declare.
That I know not.
That I know not.
Of any lawful impediment.
Of any lawful impediment.
Why I, Anthony Gerard Hoare.
Why I, Anthony Gerard Hoare.
May not be joined in matrimony.
May not be joined in matrimony.
To Shelly Marie Dolby.
To Shelly Marie Dolby.
Thank you. And Shelley, I do solemnly declare.
I do solemnly declare.
That I know not.
That I know not.
Of any lawful impediment.
Of any lawful impediment.
Why I, Shelly Marie Dolby.
Why I, Shelly Marie Dolby.
May not be joined in matrimony.
May not be joined in matrimony.
To Anthony Gerard Hoare.
To Anthony Gerard Hoare.
Thank you. You have both now declared that you are legally free to proceed with your ceremony here today. Therefore, the solemn moment has arrived for you to make your marriage vows to each other in the presence of your friends and family. Take Shelley as your lawful wedded wife. Do you promise to uphold the vows made here today and remain faithful to Shelley for the rest of your lives together? Do you, Shelley, wish to take Tony as your lawful wedded husband?
I do.
Do you promise to uphold the vows made here today and remain faithful to Tony for the rest of your lives together?
I do.
Marriage is the blending of two people on the same path in life. This path may have many challenges along its way, but from today you face them together as a partnership built on trust and love. I will now invite you to embark upon this journey with each other as you make your marriage vows to each other. So would you like to turn to face each other now? And once again, Tony, you'll be pleased to know you're going to get the privilege of saying the words first. I call upon these persons here present to witness that I, Anthony Gerard Hall, do take thee, Shelly Marie Dolby, to be my lawful wedded wife. Thank you. And Shelly, I call upon these persons here present to witness that I, Shelly Marie Dolby, do take thee, Anthony Gerard Hall, to be my lawful wedded husband. Thank you. It is traditional to seal the marriage vow by the giving and receiving of rings. So Ben, could we have the wedding rings, please? Thank you. Just a speech now and then you're done. And if we could have our Lord of the Rings, Lennon, forward, please. Okay? Okay, just go stand by your mum. Just stand by your mum for a minute. Rings are objects of adornment. In a single lifetime, we may have many objects of adornment, but we have amongst them those that are most precious. May these rings from this day forward be your most precious adornment. May the love that they symbolise be to the end of your days your most treasured possession. Now, Lennon, see that ring there? Can you pick that one up and give that one to your dad? Perfect. Okay, thank you, Tony. If you'd like to place the wedding ring on Shelley's finger. And keeping hold of her hand as you say to her, Shelley, I give you this ring.
Shelly, I give you this ring
on our wedding day.
As
a symbol of my love for you. I promise to love you. Care for you and respect you. For the rest of our lives together. Thank you. Lennon, can you pick that one up and give that one to your mum? Perfect. Once again, place the wedding ring on Tony's. As you say to him, Tony, I give you this ring. On our wedding day. As a symbol of my love for you. I promise to love you. Care for you and respect you. For the rest of our lives together. Let these rings serve as locks, binding you together with invisible chains of unwavering devotion and fidelity. Use the keys to these locks to release the secrets of each other's hearts. And let this bring you closer together each day for the rest of your lives. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I think Lennon deserves to Okay, Lennon, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, you all, as friends and members of the family of Tony and Shelley, are witnesses to the marriage vows made here today. And as such, I will now ask you all to declare your intentions for the future. If you could please respond, we will. Will you support Shelley and Tony to stay true to the vows that they have made?
We will.
Well, that was a bit of a hodgepodge, wasn't it? Okay, folks, so we'll all try and do it together with a bit of enthusiasm for the next one. Will you offer them encouragement and guidance in times of trouble or distress?
We will.
And ladies and gentlemen, will you continue to give them your respect, but most of all, your love?
We will.
Thank you. Would you all like to be seated? What do you like? Tony and Shelley, your wedding day today is the fulfilment of one dream, but the beginning of many others for you. I'm sure that the hope of everyone who is here with you today is that the love and friendship that you share will continue throughout your married life. Treat each other always with respect, with loyalty, but most of all with love. In times of difficulty or if you are tested, Remember your feelings at this moment in time and the promise that you've just made. You'll be relieved to know you have now made all the declarations that are required by law. You have entered into a solemn and binding contract with each other in the presence of your friends and family here with you today. They in turn have offered you their love and support should you need it. It gives me very great pleasure to be able to tell you, you are now husband and wife. Would you like to start married life with the kids? Made a lifetime pledge of commitment to each other, and I'm sure that you'll all join with Mandy and myself in wishing them not only a very special day today, but a very long and happy married life together. May I present you with your marriage certificate? Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and can we have a huge cheer?
I felt like I was going to James. Slow down, slow down. I was like, stop walking too fast. And if you do that, I said you're going to sprint. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh no, why did we walk that fast? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I was definitely. Oh, thank you.
And a good looking one.
Oh yeah. Thought so. Thank you. Shelly, you arrived. Wasn't going to happen. Thank you. Wasn't he? I was like, don't worry, and everyone else. Say to
Well, you done me and you bet I felt it. I tried to beat you, but you're so hot that I melted. I fell right through the cracks. Now I'm trying to get back. Before the cool done run out, I'll be giving it my bestest, and nothing's gonna stop me but divine intervention. I reckon it's again my turn to win some or learn some, but I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours. Open up your mind and see like me. Open up your plans and damn, you're free. I look into your heart and you'll find
Ladies and gentlemen, can I have a moment of your time, please? No, I'm alright. Hey, to those of you who don't know me, I'm Shelly's brother of the bride. And as of today, I'm Tony's brother-in-law.
Oh my God, I'm only joking.
I would like to begin by welcoming you all and thank you for coming to this very special occasion today and to celebrate the marriage of Shelly and Tony. I'd also like to thank everyone who has helped in the run-up to the wedding in whatever way possible, big or small. You've played your part to make the day very memorable. Also,
I'm sure that'll be Emily.
before I go on, I want to just get something out of the way. It's on a sadder note. I'd like to say it's worth remembering those family and friends who are not with us today and couldn't be here to celebrate the wedding today. Firstly, our beautiful Nan Dorothy, who passed away earlier this year. She would have loved to have been here today, and she loved a good wedding. Absolutely loved a good wedding, so yeah. And also to Tony's uncle, Uncle Dennis, and cousin Julie as well, who are no longer with us. They're always in our thoughts. So before we get to the main toast, I'd like to ask all of you to stand and drink a toast to absent friends and family. To absent friends and family.
Absent friends and family.
Cheers.
Cheers.
This afternoon, I proudly walked my sisters down the aisle to marry Tony, the man she loves. It was so beautiful to watch them exchanging their vows and seeing these two great people come together. I cannot stress how I'm the proudest brother in the world today, seeing my sister looking so happy and radiant as she looks now. Shelly is a wonderful sister. She's a confident and very caring person, and we have had so many great times over the years. Shelly and Tony are both a loving mother and father of two beautiful kids. My niece and nephew, my niece over there, and my nephew, Annie and Lennon. I am proud to call Shelly my sister, and I'm sure Tony will be proud to call his wife. I am so happy that my sister is marrying Tony and into such a good-hearted family. I don't think she could have asked for better in-laws. Tony's family is some of the most kindest, supportive and friendly people I've ever met. I know you'll only take the best care of them. Shelly only gave me one instruction about what to say today, and the message was clear: Jamie, don't make a show of me. which meant I've had to scrap 90% of my speech. But you can relax this. I'll wait until I've had a few more drinks and I'm on the dance floor before we do that tonight.
That's a good one.
Shelly and Tony, I know you will have a great life together and be very happy. You are amongst people today who care and love you very, very much, and wish you all the happiness in the world. I'll always be there for you if you ever need anything. I would like to propose a toast again to the happy couple, I know that everyone here will want to join in raising your glasses to the newlyweds, Shelly and Tony. Now, I pass you over to my brother-in-law. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jamie, for your kind words. You're
welcome.
First of all, I'd just like to say this is probably the first and only time Shelly will ever let me speak on it. I'm going to make the most of it. Distinguished guests, family, friends, and Charlie. On behalf of my wife and I, we'd like to thank you all for sharing our special day with us. Many of you have travelled a great distance, and I can honestly say it wouldn't have been the same without you all here, but it would have been considerably cheaper. I'd like to start by saying thank you to Sharon for always making me feel welcome when me and Shelly first met, and for always making me feel like a part of your family. Jamie, massive thank you for walking Shelly down the aisle today. I've always thought of you as a brother, and now we can finally call each other that. I know by now not to ever try and outdrink you. And the whores can now say we've got 2 Bobbies in the family. Don't worry, none of us will crash it up for doing 90 on you. Shelley's grandparents have always been amazing. Nanny Dot always made me feel very welcome when we took the kids up to visit. And I always look forward to see what treats Grandad Peter will have cooked for us. The drop of Malibu in the fruit salad the other week was a good touch. The kids slept brilliant that night. I always look forward to my annual supply of socks from Anne and Teddy every Christmas. Usually keeps me going until the following year. I thought I knew my music until I met Teddy. But I'm always amazed with the cracking albums he finds for me in the charity shops. And his knowledge of music second to none. I'd like to thank my brother Mark for always being there for me, offering me sound advice, giving me head a wobble when it's been needed. Same goes to me 2 sisters, Jill and Paula, who've always looked out for me and supported me. Special thanks for looking after the kids while we enjoy our honeymoon in Vegas. At first, I wasn't too sure when Shelly suggested Vegas for the honeymoon, but I eventually agreed it was a great destination, and it had nothing to do with the Mayweather-McGregor fight being on next week. Dad, I'd like to thank you for producing such an incredible son. Seriously, thank you for all your help and support for both of us and throughout my life. You've always led from the front with your positive attitude and always a smile on your face, and you're an amazing role model. As Jamie mentioned, there's a lot of dear people who can't be with us today, and there's one special lady who can't be with me today, my mum Maureen. I may have only had 25 years with my mum, but the lessons she taught me and the love she gave to me will last me a lifetime. I know she'll be very proud of the man I've become and the amazing family me and Shelly have created. It's a huge loss to today that she's not here, so I'd like to ask you all to stand and raise a glass. It's my mum, Maureen.
Maureen.
Why are you crying?
I wasn't too sure if I'd ever get married, but I actually resorted to putting an ad in the local paper. Just said wife wanted. To my surprise, I actually got about 100 replies. They all said the same thing: you can have mine. But that's not how we met. One day, me and my mate were driving through Crosby, and we saw a couple of stunners walking down the road. We thought we'd chance our arm and ask them to come for a drive, and to our surprise, they said yes. From there, we started dating, and Shelly was always the prettiest girl on the dance floor. I can still picture her there now, lying on the floor. But it's fair to say that when I met you, my life changed forever. I've met the girl of my dreams and the one I'd share the rest of my life with. We've always been there for each other through the ups and downs, and we've created an amazing family. You've given me our two beautiful children, Emily and Lennon, and I wake up every morning feeling truly blessed, and that's all down to you. I know we've waited a long time for today, and I'm truly excited to see what the future holds for us and our kids. Thank you for all your efforts for making today happen. Your attention to all the minor details has made this a day to remember. Thank you for listening to all my hundreds of suggestions before dismissing them all out. Many of you won't know, but we almost had a disaster a few weeks ago when our credit cards were stolen. In the end, I actually decided not to cancel it, as the thief was spending a lot less than Shelly. I'd also like to say a big thank you to my best man Ben for just about managing to get me back from IB for in one piece, and for all your support through the years and especially today. I'd also like to thank Shelly's auntie Julia, who's been a massive help and support in the build up to today. I'd also like to thank the Racket Club for hosting this amazing reception. We'll be forever in your debt. Finally, I'd like to mention what an amazing job our handsome page boy and gorgeous flower girl did today. So I'd like to ask everyone to give Emily and Lennon a big round of applause. And we'd just like to hand out a few gifts, if that's okay.
Thank you.
Jamie, one more. Lennon, you go, mate. Present for you. Emily, get yours.
Oh, yeah.
So finally, before I hand you over to my best man, I'd just like to warn you that all the years of partying have taken the toll on Ben, especially his memory. He's got a habit of recalling embarrassing stories about other people when it's actually a story about himself. So I'd like you to please bear that in mind as I hand you over to my best man, Ben.
Thanks, Tony. I wanted to save the rest until after this. When we dive into it. So, being asked to give a speech at a wedding, it's a lot like being asked to make love to the Queen. It's a massive honour, but when it comes to the crunch, you don't really want to do it. So, I'd like you to rest assured that most traditional speeches for best mans full of innuendos. And I promised Tony and Shelly if there's anything slightly risque in here, then I'll just whip it out immediately. So, good evening, you all. Thanks, Jamie, for an amazing speech. Touched. Thanks, Tony, for an amazing speech. Getting all the jokes in first. My job harder. So, I met Tony at university, when Tony was a couple of years older than me. Still is today. And he was a great friend, but also a little bit of a mentor. And he taught me quite a lot in my early days at university. I've noted down a few things that I can remember to today. First thing that I learned that I didn't know is that Bob Marley's a Scouser. Fact, true to the day. I was taught pretty quickly that I'm a woolly man. He quickly showed me how to iron my shirt at least twice before a night out, but I can't leave the house. And I don't know if any of you know or have noticed, but Tony's a bit of a Beatles fan. Really? Yeah. Can he vouch for this? But yeah, he quickly told me that the Beatles are the greatest band that ever lived, that there's no better city in the world than Liverpool, and of course no better football team, and that the centre of the world clubbing extravaganza was the Paradox at the end of his road. I did have to ask him whether I'd been there the other day, or whether he'd just gone on about it so much I thought. Turns out we did go on. So Tony, a man of big dreams, bold claims, and a collection of Reebok classics, which I also learned were the only trainers worth owning. I was told that if I fancied pulling at university, I'd probably get rid of my Adidas pretty quickly and get some Reebok classics. So we had a good time at university, we had a few nights out. I'm glad to say social media didn't exist at the time, so there's very little evidence of what occurred. It does also mean there's very little evidence around of what Tony looked like before Steve came to visit and broke his nose. Tony told us the second time he had his nose broken and was rather annoyed because he said he was never going to look the same again. So we don't have a before and after. To be fair to Steve, he didn't do it intentionally, he didn't do it with his fist, he just thought it'd be funny to leave a club by riding Tony like a horse down the stairs. Unfortunately his face went first. Another book about Steve, but So Shelly, you look amazing today. You've made Tony incredibly happy the first time I met you. I was trying to remember the first time I met you, and I think it was a night out we went in Penrith in Cumbria, where I discovered that a drunk Shelly doesn't have a volume control. I was living with my parents at the time, for about 4 hours I had to keep sitting down and going, you can't keep shouting, you just can't keep shouting. It was a good night. So Tony and Shelly have an amazing family, but I'm not sure if I should mention this, or many of you know, but it's not the first time Tony's been father to his own family. It all started in Middlesbrough, where most of it did, when Tony screamed, "Ah, rats! Oh my God, there's rats!" and came running into my bedroom. We went back, did a bit more inspection. To be honest, wouldn't have been surprised if it was rats. Let's just say we've never been back to Middlesbrough. It wasn't the greatest place, but we're surviving together. No, it turns out that our cat's named Liam and Noel. Probably shouldn't have been named Liam and Noel, at least not Liam anyways, who had been bullying for about a month because he was incredibly fat. They just called him the fat cat. It turned out he wasn't fat, and Tony had a collection of kittens on his hands. So, being, to be fair, the guy that Tony is, it was the end of the term, and Tony found out that you can't leave kittens for 3 months after they've been born, so fair play to this character. He didn't go home that summer, he stayed in Middlesbrough and he looks after those kittens. Got a job in a frozen foods place, was it? So we then ate frozen food that he'd stolen for about the next 2 years. We did, yeah, those weird burgers with cheese in for breakfast. No, but to be fair to Tony, that speaks volumes of him. A guy who's totally selfless, caring, full of life, full of love, as you've been today with all of your different love tables that he's picked out himself. I don't know what to tell you, but there's only 8 Beatles songs that have the word love in, and Tony's researched this, picked one out for each one of your tables right away. Yeah, he's an amazing guy. I think he'll make an amazing husband, Shelly, and I think he makes an amazing father. And in the words of Amelie Ann Lennon, who sent him a little video message when we were in IB for his birthday, he is the best dad ever. So, Ibiza. What can I say about Ibiza? I could say that we, or most specifically Charlie, were looking to get into the country. And that we got about 2 written warnings from the hotel we were staying in. There was a certain incident with someone peeing off the balcony naked, and to be honest, that was me. All of which was in about the first 3 hours of being there. I'll leave Ibiza there because it was fun, and it was 5 nights of carnage. So, I've got the paperwork. I've got them now. No, but just to conclude, you know, from an early days of knowing Tony, I knew we'd be close friends for a long time because, you know, there's one time we sat in a pub in Middlesbrough and Tony turned to me and projectile vomited all over. From that point, I knew we'd be quite close. So, I will say, honestly, jokes aside, today's been absolutely amazing. I'm constantly struck by how amazing these two are, how much they love each other, what an amazing little family they have, and as everyone said, you know, the wider families and everybody that I've met in the last day has just been unbelievable. It's a really incredible thing to be a part of. I'll just say thanks to you guys for inviting me to be a part of it, and thanks, you know, for just, you know, having everybody here today. So I'd just like to call one more toast, if everybody would like to stand up. I'd like to raise your glasses to the new Mr. and Mrs.
Mr.
Cheers everyone, thank you.
I met you in the dark, you lit me up. You made me feel as though I wasn't off. We danced the night away, we drank too much. I held your hair back when you were throwing up. Then you smiled over your shoulder. For a minute I was stone cold sober. I pulled you closer to my chest and you asked me to stay over. I said I already told you, I think that you should get some rest. I knew I loved you then, but you'd never know. 'Cause I played it cool when I was scared of letting go. I knew I needed you, but I never showed. But I wanna stay with you until we're growing old. Say you won't let go. Just say you won't let go. I'll wake you up with some breakfast in bed. I'll bring you coffee with a kiss on your head. And I'll take the kids to school, wave them goodbye. And I'll thank my lucky stars for that night. When you looked over your shoulder, for a minute I forget that I'm older. I wanna dance with you right now. Whoa.
Shelly, just want to say cheers for an amazing wedding day. Welcome to the family, Shelly, although you've been a member of the family for a long, long time. And Tony, we're so proud of you, and Mum will be too. Cheers.
Great honeymoon,
Love
guys.
you loads.
Love you.
Cheers for the week with your kids. Bye.
So, Shelly and Tony, thank you so much for having me today at your wedding day. Wish you all the best for the future. You're an amazing couple, and I look forward to spending time with you guys over the next decades or so. Thanks so much.
Hi Shelly and Tony, just want to say thank you for inviting us today. You're an absolutely beautiful couple and we are so proud of the two of you.
Hey Shelly and Tony, I wish you guys all the best and really enjoyed the day. Come over to America and see us, we'd really love to have you over. You're a wonderful couple with lovely kids. All the best for the future.
I hope you have a great life together and many wishes for all the best.
Thank you so much for inviting me. You looked gorgeous and I hope your life is full of happiness, and everything.
Thank you for a great day, and you and Tony will probably have the best lives out of all of us. So, many wishes. Really?
I love you, my dear sister. You looked absolutely amazing today. Love you to bits, and I wish you all the best in life and happiness and future. I can't even
Shelly,
think
you were
anymore.
absolutely lovely today. I wish you all the best and congratulations.
Hope you're happy, like being married and stuff, and wish you all the best.
I'd just like to say what a lovely wedding for my daughter and Tony, and what a lovely brother-in-law he's going to be. Also, I'm so proud of my daughter, what she's done in her life, with her jobs, with her kids, and she's got the whole rest of the world, a whole life ahead of her. And yeah, that's it basically.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, she's got the whole world in her hands. She's fantastic. Had a gorgeous day, and it was absolutely brilliant. And bloated with that much food. I'm full up to the brim. Anyway, good luck to the two of them, and they're going to get on smashing together. They are brilliant, fantastic.
Right, Dad, yours in.
Thank you, Shelly and Tony, for a fabulous day.
Thanks, Shelly and Tony.
I think it was a great day, and it was fantastic.
I forgot to say.
Thanks for everything.
Action. Hello, Shelly. Congratulations. What a fantastic day it's been, and it really was very, very moving, especially when you actually got married.
Shelly, I love you, and the kids want to come up as soon as possible back to the house, which you have agreed. So I'm your grandfather. Did you?
Love you anyway.
Love you, Shell.
Love you, Shell. Have a great time. You
love you, and Toby.
Okay. Tony, Shelly, have a great time. Enjoy the rest of the day. All the best for the future.
I'm the Albon, I've got a talk, and I'm Tony's mum's granddaughter.
She's Tony's cousin, the same as us.
We're all Tony's cousins. Yes, one you told.
I just want to say congratulations to both of you on your happy day, and we've had a lovely day ourselves.
And we miss me Auntie Maureen.
First time on the dance floor, husband and wife, Tony and Shelly, Mr. and Mrs. Hall, everybody.